5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dude, you need some help? Need some help?
One more.
Dude, let me help you.
Let me help you.
What's your problem, dude? This is like 2 pounds.
Stretch it, man.
What? Anyone could do this. A baby could do this.
Hard, man.
What are you? You're 6 foot. Like, you don't even have enough weights for me to bench here, dude. Not even enough. This is like, let's just start stacking them. Dude, I can do all of these. All of these.
Let's do it.
You're so weak. Michael Jordan once said, never give up. Something like that. Yeah, just put that last one on. Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, that's about everything. I mean, I don't really see anything else.
Yeah,
Just want me to put, like,
I think that's all I got, man.
Or something. Yeah. I'm not even gonna take off the jacket, honestly. Maybe I'll put my hat. I'll leave my hat on. I don't even.
All right, let's see if you can do it. Do you need my help?
No, I don't. I don't need help. This is. I don't need help at all. Alright, I'm pretty much ready to go, I think. I'm stretched.
You
Yeah,
need to fix that tire, man.
No, it's fine. It's good. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1. Hold on, just a second. 3, 2.
Sure you got that, man?
Yeah, you could just help me pick it up because I think I need to bend my arms first.
Alright.
Yeah. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We almost got it. One more time. We got this.
Here, let's see if you can do it without me, because we're pretty close.
Yeah. I've done it before. I did it like yesterday, I think.
I don't think you can do
Dude,
this.
I've done this before.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that, man. I mean, I'm not the strongest guy, you know.
No,
you can
dude,
tell,
this is
but-
my off day. It's my off day.
I mean,
Worked
like
out like nonstop last night. So.
well, like I said, I'm not the strongest guy, but I think you got a little proud there, man.
What do you mean? Proud?
Well, you know, the Bible has a lot to say about it, but you know,
Just tires.
if you've never heard of the Bible from your perspective, think of it as, you know, you think you can do everything. You think you can do things you can't even do. You just think you're the best, you know?
Well, if we work hard enough, I can do it. Yeah.
Well, you know, that's true. You can work hard at things, but without God, you know, you're nothing. You can't. Just pride.
Man, I mean, thanks for helping me out. I know you can keep working out, but dude, you're not gonna be as good as I am. Okay? You're never gonna be as good.
All right, man.
I know I struggled today, but I'm gonna keep doing better than you will ever do.
All right. Well,
So I'm sorry for that, but I'm a lot better than a lot of people. So putting me down low, I think maybe I shouldn't tell you that I'm the best. But like, how can you know that I am the best?
I mean, I'll just pray for you, man. All right.
I'm just gonna keep working on that. You will see later. I could do cool things. I mean,
Come back next week.
Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to Junior Church Connection episode number 5. It's a beautiful day outside and I am just out here enjoying the weather, enjoying some sun. And you know what? I wanted to share something with you guys today, what we're going to talk about. I am actually on my roof. And that is those right here are shingles, and that right there is a tar roof, and that's the way down. That's a far way down. So what I want to talk to you guys about today is actually a spirit that will take you up very high, but the fall is very scary, very destructive. And it's kind of how it is when you're up on a roof. It's kind of scary. It's pretty cool. But, you know, if you were to fall off of here, it'd be very, very tragic and very scary. I know of several people that have fallen off of roofs and either broken a leg, broken their arm, or died. And honestly and truthfully, we should take caution while you're up on a roof. And so today we're going to talk about a spirit that has to deal with that, a spirit that takes you up high, but the fall is very destructive. And I want to talk about that today, and that is pride. That's what we're going to talk about. Okay, now we're going to open up our Bibles in Proverbs chapter 16. Proverbs 16:18. Maybe there's a few of you that already know this verse, but I want to go in a little bit into depth with this verse, and then we're going to look at another verse. So we're going to look at two verses today, but as of right now, we're going to start off at Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. Proverbs 16:18, it says, "Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall." And the one thing that we want to talk about today is pride. Okay, Brother Gavino, what is pride? Okay, thank you for asking. Pride is kind of a spirit that comes into you that makes you feel like you are the best of the best of the best. All right? Or that you know it all, or that nobody can teach you, or that you are the mega altitude of everything. That's probably a lot of big words for you, but basically what pride is, it makes you feel like you're bigger than what you really are. And you may have some good qualities. You may have things that you can do, or talents, or things that other people can't do, but that is a talent. Like I said, it's a privilege, that something that God gave you. But the thing is that God gives those types of things to everybody, but it's how our spirit is and how we administrate what we have. In other words, how we use the things that God gives us, and we should have a good spirit about it. Okay? And so pride cometh before destruction. Let me explain that. So I going off a bit of a story that happened to me. Growing up, I learned a lot of different bad habits. And pride was really one of the habits that I had with. I would learn something, and I thought that I was the best at it. When I started learning how to record, I thought that I was the best at it, and that there was nobody was going to come and teach me. I remember sitting down and talking to guys that had been in the industry, the recording industry, for 30 some odd years, 40 years, and I was talking to them like if I was teaching them something, because I knew some new techniques, or because the things that I could do and the people that I had worked with. And yes, I did get a spirit of pride. I put people down. I told them that the ways that they were doing things were wrong and old and antique, and they needed to learn how to do things the right way, where what was wrong was really my spirit and my pride. And it got to the point where there was an issue that got really big and out of hand, and I started combating spiritually and mentally with a person that I really cared about and I really loved. And that person had a bit of pride, and I had a bit of pride, and we just went at it, and we just kept on going at each other, and we would not get anything situated because I wasn't going to say I'm sorry. He wasn't going to say he was sorry. So what really happened is that the friendship that we had that could have fixed, it could have been fixed if we would have said, I'm sorry, I was in the wrong. Let's sit down and let's fix this. But no, I wanted to hold on to my pride. He wanted to hold on to his pride. And what happened? Now, our friendship was torn apart. Now, destruction is not just the destruction to you, it's destruction around you. Okay? So, there's been times where my pride has gotten the best of me, and I've ruined my friendships. I've ruined my opportunities of doing something in the future. I've ruined my relationship with my wife or with my mom and things like that because my pride gets the best of me. And that's why I really wanted to come to you and guys and talk to you guys about these things, because pride is a big issue. If you go back and you start looking at what happened with Lucifer, pride was the main key. He wanted to be like God, and he wanted to take over what God was doing, and he thought that he knew it and that he could take the power that God had and he was going to do something better. But guess what? That's not how it was. And nobody can be better than God. You know, one thing that really got to me was that when somebody told me I was wrong, then I would get angry. I would get mad. Like, you can't tell me. I'm the one that's experienced. I'm the one that knows what's going on, not you. Your opinion doesn't count. That is a haughty spirit. That right there is a spirit that it gets aggressive when somebody says, hey, you're wrong, or hey, you didn't do this right, but they tell you in a loving manner, and yet you get mad and you get, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. That's a haughty spirit. It gets heated really quick. But what happens if you do that? If you get heated really quick, what did the Bible say? It says, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Now, we see that pride will destroy things, but we see a haughty spirit will make you fall flat on your face. And that right there is where it gets really, really scary. Because if you can't control your pride and you let your spirit get the spirit get the best of you, and you get angry and combative, then guess what? Somebody or something or God is going to humble you. They're going to take you down to a level to reduce that pride, reduce that haughty spirit, and that's why you get the fall. You get a fall that how many of you have fallen in public? I have. And how many of you you're like, oh, and you look around, oh man, who saw me? Guess what? There was people that probably saw you, but they acted like they didn't see you. Or people laugh at you because you fell. But guess what? If you can control your pride and your haughty spirit, then there won't be a humbling experience of having to take you down in order for you to fall flat on your face, for you to realize, I shouldn't have that type of spirit. Now, I want to go to Proverbs 29:23. It says, a man's pride shall bring him low. Also going back to Proverbs 16:18, where it says, a haughty spirit before a fall. That right there is what I'm trying to get to you guys and explain to you guys, is that if you have pride, something will humble you. God will humble you. Somebody will be there in order to say, chill out. You're not the best in the room. You don't have to have this spirit like, I'm the best, look at me, yeah, I'm a big macho man. You know what? You don't have to have that type of spirit. But the verse in Proverbs 29:23 says, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. Now, one thing that my mom told me one time when I was going through the whole pride phase is that my mom said, and it will always stay with me, that there is always going to be somebody better than you. What do you mean? Oh, I'm the best, man. I'm the best. No, you're not. If you think that you're the best, there's somebody that's out there that's better. And it's not just that better. If you think that you can crochet the best, then there's somebody out there that can crochet 10 times better than you can. If you think that you're the strongest and I can do this, there's going to be somebody out there that lifts what you lift with one hand. If you think that you are the best in math or science, there's going to be somebody out there that's better than you. And it's not just that there's somebody better than you. It keeps your spirit in check so that you realize that you need to be humble with what you have and what you know. It's that simple. And if you're humble, what the Bible says is that honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. Now, my question to you is, when did Jesus ever be prideful? That's a hard question. Now, if you go and you look at several different other examples in the Bible, you see men that relied on themselves because they thought that they were the best. Look at Samson. Samson relied on his own strength. His head got so big and with pride, and he thought that he got humbled, and his eyes were plucked out of his head. And then he had to realize that when he was completely humbled, he had to ask for God's help in order to kill the Philistines. We can go back and we can see several different examples. There's just so many different things that we should be that should be as an example to us in order to stay away from pride. I really want us to understand that if we can control the pride inside of us and push it off and say, I don't want anything to do with you, I'm going to be humble, then that will help us out a lot. I'm going to show you guys a quick example of what pride is like. So I have this balloon, and as you can see there, it has a little alien face on it. That alien face represents you and me, because we're not that, pretty or handsome or whatever. We may look like aliens sometimes, but I'm just joking with you guys. So we have this balloon, and it represents us. And then what happens is that when we are growing up, we are all we understand that we're all equal. All right. So Pastor Matt can't do the same things I do. And what happens there? We get this thing right here and start pumping in a little bit of pride. And it's just like, we start liking it, and I'm like, oh, well, Kurt Adams can't do the same thing I do. He doesn't know. And you just kind of go and go and go and go and go. And guess what, guys? You get addicted to the pride because you really like it. And you're like, man, I look way better. And if you look, that face is gone. Because if you really start thinking about it, your identity is gone. Okay? You start turning into somebody that you never thought that you were going to be. You start becoming this person that people can't talk to because your head's so big. And so what happens, you start getting addicted to pride, and you just keep on going and going and going and going. Pretty soon you're like, man, I know a lot. Nobody's better than me. I'm just the best of the best. Well, guess what? I bet you are, and you just keep on going. Go, 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 go. And then you're like, oh man, and then you start having problems. And then all of a sudden, oh man, and I know what's going to happen soon, man. This thing is getting too big. It's getting out of hand. But guess what? You like it, right? What? And there went Brother Gavino. Pride cometh before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. And look, now I have a mess, all because I could not be humble. Now, kids, I really want you guys to understand something. You'll get farther if you're humble. You'll do less if you're prideful. Just keep it as that. If you want to take your life to shreds, go ahead and be prideful. If you want to do more for God, be humble. use Jesus' example. It's a lot easier. You never know everything. You'll be upholded if you're humble. You'll be put down if you're prideful. I want to give a thank you to Zach and Tim for preparing the skit for us today. I appreciate it, guys. You guys are a blessing. I know there was a lot of time, effort, and planning that goes into that. So thank you guys so much for doing the skit for us today. I want to challenge you guys today in order to look for the activity. We're going to look in the Bible and find other people that had a problem with pride. I mentioned Samson. Samson, as we can see, Samson relied on himself. He got to the point where his pride got the best of him. God had to humble him. There was more people in the Bible that dealt with certain types of pride. So I really want you guys to go in and look at that. Text the name of the story to me at 567-220-9044. It's 567-220-9044. Text me the name. I'm going to give you guys a hint. There was another person that was dealing a lot with pride, and he was a son of David. Think about it. Son of David. Who could that be? Think about it and text me that name. Also, there was another person. He was a king. He dealt with pride. He dealt with a lot of pride. He had to be humbled. There's so many types of examples that are in the Bible that people that got super prideful and then had to be humbled. So I gave you guys a couple hints. So please text those into me as soon as possible. I have already seen a couple pictures of people that have done the kites. So please keep on doing kites. Have fun. Have fun. The weather is awesome right now. As I showed you guys at the beginning, I was on my roof today. There's so much stuff that you could do outside. I was able to power wash the house. So please go outside, have fun. Send me some pictures. But for the activity, remember, find somebody in the Bible that was dealing with pride. One thing I'm going to ask you guys is don't be prideful. Be humble. But remember, I want you guys to go to Padroni's. If you guys are going out and trying to get pizza, go to Padroni's, get a pizza kit. Do that at home. Send me some pictures of the pizza kits. Also, if you guys don't want to do a pizza kit, you guys can get a pre-made 12-inch one-topping pizza for $10. Also, the pizza kit is $10 so we can get the funds for Junior Church rolling. Thank you guys so much. We love you guys. We miss you. We can't wait until we can see you guys again and be all together in church. Please be praying for your pastors and missionaries. We love you guys. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you. Have a good week. We'll see you Thursday.